So apparently, according to my last video, students said that they forget to subscribe to my channel, and they said to make sure that I say, smash the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Whatever. If you want to do that, feel free to smash away and subscribe away and click the little alert button in the corner. It's really not a big deal. You'll know when I make a video. We make them in class. But I told them I would say that, so there you are. See if I can get above 70-something subscribers tomorrow. That's what Mr. Bullens lives for. So again, we're really working on breaking down these questions. Our test is tomorrow. You're going to have access to all of this, so you can go home and look at these videos and kind of remember how we're looking at these questions and breaking down the key components of each one. When I look at number 16, we've done this all week. What's one of the first, and there's more than one, some of the important words you see in the sentence, what best describes what would happen if decomposers were removed from an ecosystem? What are some important words in that question that we need to highlight and talk about? Kate? Decomposers. All right, so I'm going to click this really quickly. Kate, tell me a little bit about decomposers.
They break down dead things into good soil.
And good soil and nutrients. Remember that nutrients, because that was something that messed us up yesterday. All right, what's another important word in this sentence that we think that might be important? Caleb?
Ecosystem.
Ecosystem. What's an ecosystem? The biotic and abiotic factors interacting together. What's another super important word in this? Oh, so we're taking away. We need to know that removes means taking away. What's another one? Come on, this one's like actually highlighted and bolded for you. Tillery. Best. When I see this, you know that there's probably more than one good answer. So let's look at our 4 answers about what would best describe what would happen if we took down the things that break down dead things out of an area. The ecosystem would have too many producers. What would I remove from an ecosystem that would increase producers? Adam. If I took this away from an ecosystem, my producer population would probably go up. Think about what eats producers. And they are in what category of consumers? No, they're first level. The other name for them, they only eat plants. Herbivores. If I took all the herbivores out, my producers would go up. But is that what we just took out? No, that's not what we took out. The ecosystem would only support the consumers. Okay, well, what do decomposers do? You said the decomposers break down the dead into good soil. Does the good soil help producers? Yeah, good soil helps producers. Look in the window. We have good soil and bad soil. Does good soil help producers? Yes. So does it seem like the ecosystem might only help the consumers at that point if decomposers were gone? Maybe. I'm hoping there's a better answer than that, but let's see. The ecosystem would increase and produce more organisms. Boys and girls, when we took any link of that food chain out, what was the domino effect? What happened to the whole food chain if I took out the grass, if I took out the grasshopper, if I took out the snake, the hawk, or the decomposers? What happened? Sienna. Everything started dying, right? It was like this chain effect. If I don't have decomposers and decomposers aren't making good soil, then good soil wouldn't help plants to grow. And if plants don't grow, herbivores can't eat. If herbivores can't eat, carnivores can't eat. And the whole ecosystem gets thrown off. The ecosystem would definitely not increase. I don't like C. The ecosystem would fail to support the organisms it contains. And that's exactly what Sienna just said. Mr. Bullens, the entire ecosystem collapsed. B is a okay answer. D is most definitely that best answer. Now, as you can see, I took 4 minutes on the question, but that's because we all talked about everything out loud. Your brain works faster than that when it's just you talking to yourself. You're looking at about 2 minutes per question. Let's take a look at, let's not skip 17, Mr. Bullens. Number 17. It is common to see wild animals like deer and coyotes in cities. Right? We know that Miss Pfister hit a deer driving back and forth to work in the middle of the day. Right now, we're not in a big city or anything, but I mean, out in the wide open, there's really not a lot going on. And in neighborhoods. What is most likely What is the best reason the animals are found in these areas? Let's look at question 1. Deer and coyotes prefer to be near houses. Where would a deer and coyote most likely like to be? What is the area, what do we call the area that they naturally live and grow in? What do we call that? Ireland. Their habitat. Is a house their habitat? No, it is not. Do deer and coyotes prefer to be near people?
No.
Unless you are Brother Nature, the deer do not want to be around you. Nor do the coyotes. So that can't be the answer. Their habitat, which is what Ireland just said, their natural place that they live and grow, is increasing in size. Are we growing more and more forest on a day-to-day basis?
No.
What are we doing to the forest? All around the world, whether it's a rainforest, deciduous forest, chopping down trees. And we're lowering the amount of forest, correct? So definitely not increasing in size. Their habitat is decreasing in size. I like that answer. That's the best answer. And that one I think is a pretty straightforward question. But you have to know the definition of all those other words, which makes it really tough. In a grassland ecosystem, lions prey on wildebeest, which makes the lion a what? Predator. Good job. The population of wildebeests has declined steadily because of hunting. What will most likely happen to the lions? So, I want to kind of take a look at a really quick. We got grass, wildebeest. Hope I spelled that right, didn't? 2 E's. That's fine. And lion. Now, if I look at this and I'm telling you that the population of wildebeests is going down, what makes sense for so the lion's food source is going down because people are hunting the wildebeest at a great rate. Would the lions increase in numbers? No, that doesn't make sense. If they have less food, it seems that it would do what? Either stay the same or decrease. Yeah, if we take away a food source, the answer is decrease. Easy to do. If you need to draw that out, draw it out. It's fine. That's what the extra paper's for. Very important word, best, describes the importance of photosynthesis. Now, this hasn't been a vocabulary word. This hasn't been something that we've really talked a lot about because it's expected that you already know about this, but we have covered this. Someone raise your hand and tell me in a very short way, what is photosynthesis? What is photosynthesis? Really, one person. That shocks me. We need to know this because you have studied this before. Emmeline.
Photosynthesis is a process of how a plant makes something.
Plants making their own food. Now, what best describes the importance of plants making their own food? All right. It allows plants to create energy and pass it to other members of the ecosystem. Do plants pass their energy on to herbivores? And then the herbivores pass that energy on to crops? That's not a bad answer.
But it's not the answer.
We'll have to see. That's definitely going to put a maybe beside that. It allows animals to create energy. Can animals create energy? No, they do not create their own food. That's not a good answer. It allows decomposers to create energy. They break down things into nutrients, but are they creating energy? No, the only thing that creates energy is a plant. And your best answer to that is A. We'll do question 20, then we're going to stop. All right, what best describes an ecosystem? Raising your hand. Tell me, and I know Caleb's already done this, so if you were listening to Caleb, you already know the answer to this. What is an ecosystem? Sarah Kate. All the biotic and abiotic factors. We know what those, not gactors, oh my goodness. Making up words as I spell and looking at people and trying to spell. All the biotic and abiotic factors in an area, right? and the way they interact. All right, a kingdom of animals. That's just looking at kingdom of animals.
No.
That is not an ecosystem. All the life on a continent. Maybe. A community of plants and animals. I think that's a better answer. And if we check for number 20, this is why we have this. Well, I thought it would be right here. Can I not see the answers? You have the answers. I must have the answers on this. The answer to number 20 in your book is, you have it. It's not on my slideshow. I don't know why. C, and that's what we said is the best answer. C is the best answer. That's why you have that to help check yourself.